house. How did you feel? And to post a gift that would describe the emotion, right? So some of you guys, the gift you put were hilarious. Just had to tell you. But Simone, yours cracked me up the most. So it triggered, my memory of when I first submitted my chapter in Shift Happens. And that's the book I did with Nikki Woods, where I talked about being a 17-year-old homeless teenager. And I talked about losing custody of my son. And I talked about being on public assistance and that struggle with my mother's mental illness. And at the time when I wrote the chapter, I was working in corporate America and living a good old life, right? And so I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know all this stuff in this chapter. What are my coworkers going to think when they read it? What are they going to think of me? Will they look at me any differently? And I panicked. I got scared. Hey, Regina, thank you for joining. And as you guys pop in, let me know who's watching and where you're watching from. In spite of the fact I don't have my glasses on and can't read it right now. Like I had to really strain to see it was Regina, though I can't read what her comment is. So when I circle back around, I'll definitely comment and shout you out and appreciate you for tuning in. So I was just sharing why it's so important to feel the fear and write anyway. I pushed through that fear. I pushed through if my coworkers were going to judge me, if my family was going to be upset about some of the personal things I shared. I pushed through it. And I wrote. But I was darn scared. I was real scared. And I think about where I am today. That was the first book that I shared in Shift Happens, our inspirational stories of finding happiness. And it was truly the catalyst to where I am now. And you're like, well, where are you, Audra? Where are you? Well, since you've asked, I've been able to leave my full-time job, my 6-figure income full-time job, and be a full-time entrepreneur. Yes, from that one action and pushing past the fear and writing anyway. I have been able to be a four, all the fingers in there, 4-time Amazon best-selling author. 3 of those times debuting at number 1. I've been able to be featured in a documentary series. Oh my gosh, it's just the list goes on and on of the amazing experiences that I have been able to have as a result of not allowing myself to be crippled by fear. That fear thing is real. It's real. And what you do with the fear, what you do with it will determine how far you actually go in this process. But I don't want any of you, because this group is Meaningful Manuscripts, right? Mastering Meaningful Manuscripts. So most of you that are looking at writing have amazing stories to share. You're sharing heartfelt experiences. You're sharing impactful stories. You're sharing things that are going to change lives. Think about that for a moment. So if you decide to let fear take over and stop you from sharing your story, what happens to all the people? What happens to all the people that were going to be blessed and changed and inspired by the story you were going to share? So I want to encourage you not only to fear the fear and write anyway because of all the amazing things that you can leverage your writing for. I want you to push through, because if that ain't enough, if that's not enough, think about all the people that are waiting to hear from you. And you might think, who's waiting to hear from me? Honey child, let me tell you. I walked into this building today, right? I'm here in Richmond with Charvette Mitchell at the pop-up conference. And there's a woman that has been on my mailing list that I've never met, that's never responded to me, that's never commented on anything on my Facebook. And when I walked in, she said, hey, I've been on your email list. And I feel like I know you. It's like your family. And I'm so glad you're here. And I had to stop blinking real quick because I had to fight back the tears that welled up. You really don't know the power of your words and how they impact people. From my mailing list, like this woman was moved by just following me on my mailing list. Guys, your words have power. Your words have power, whether it's on a mailing list, whether it's in an ebook, whether it's in a printed book. Your words have power. So don't allow the naysayers, don't allow the struggles and frustrations you have, don't allow the fear and the judgment that people try to put on you stop you from sharing your amazing story. Because I guarantee you, honey, I guarantee you, once you get that thing written, there's going to be someone who will be saying the same thing to you. Hey girl, your words changed my life. But you have to push past the fear and write it anyway in order for that to happen. I am Audra Upchurch, founder of this amazing community, and I can't wait to connect with you guys that are coming down to my retreat next month. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. But popping in, the conference is almost over, but I'll let you know how everything closes out. Love you guys. And remember, it's the weekend. Take advantage of this time. Feel the fear and write. Somebody put in the comments anyway. Love you guys. Bye.